of the chapter. First, we are going to start with sets. We are going to understand what's the difference between discrete set, continuous set. जहाँ तक आपको याद होगा 10th में आता है स्टेटिस्टिक. स्टेटिस्टिक में आपने क्लास इंटरवल्स पढ़े होंगे. जो क्लास इंटरवल्स होते हैं वो दो तरीके के होते हैं. एक क्लास इंटरवल होता है फॉर एग्जांपल नंबर ऑफ फैमिली मेंबर्स, या तो फैमिली मेंबर 3 होंगे या 4 होंगे या 5 होंगे सिमिलरली. तो एक नंबर होल है, दैट इज वो अपने आप में ही पूरा है 3. एक नंबर है 4, वो भी अपने आप में पूरा है. एक नंबर है 5. दे फॉल अंडर द कैटेगरी ऑफ डिस्क्रीट सेट. दूसरे नंबर्स हमारे दूसरी क्लास इंटरवल्स हमारी हो जाती है कंटिन्यूस सेट में. कंटिन्यूस सेट में वो आते हैं सच एज हाइट ऑफ द स्टूडेंट्स ऑफ अ क्लास, जो 5 फीट से 6 फीट हो सकती है. नाउ इट कैन बी एनीथिंग इन बिटवीन देम. 5.1 फीट भी आ सकता है, 5.5 फीट भी आ सकता है, 5.165 फीट भी आ सकता है. तो ऑब्वियसली मैं इन्हें अलग अलग नहीं लिख सकता, तो ये डिस्क्रीट सेट में नहीं लिखे जाएंगे. उसके लिए हम पढ़ेंगे कॉन्टिन्यूस सेट. Now we are going to cover the basic concepts that you might have covered but you are not comfortable with. We are going to basically understand what each term means, followed by the different number systems. Now they are also important because these basic concepts are used in every question. It's important to know the difference between the number systems. Only then will you be able to answer the question according to the question. Apart from that, we are going to cover other concepts about rational numbers, irrational numbers, how there are infinite number of irrational numbers between two rational numbers, how there are infinite irrational numbers between two rational numbers. Uske baad we'll cover about infinity. And I hope most of you know that infinity is not a number. Infinity apne aap mein ek notion hota hai. Now this is a tricky concept which many people struggle to understand. Let's discuss about this. What is infinity? तो उसके लिए let's try to cover a story that is widely known. ऐसे समझते हैं एक होटल है, होटल में इन्फिनाइट रूम्स हैं और उस होटल के सामने एक बस आती है, उस बस में इन्फिनाइट पैसेंजर्स हैं. अब जो होटल मैनेजर है उसे इन्फिनाइट पैसेंजर्स को इन्फिनाइट रूम्स में बिठाना है. अगर इन्फिनाइट पैसेंजर्स को इन्फिनाइट रूम्स में बिठाना है, आई थिंक दैट्स इजीली पॉसिबल. फर्स्ट पैसेंजर जाएगा फर्स्ट रूम में, सेकंड पैसेंजर गोज इन द सेकंड रूम, थर्ड पैसेंजर गोज टू द थर्ड रूम एंड सो ऑन टिल इन्फिनिटी इज अचीव्ड. अब मान लेते हैं आफ्टर अ फ्यू आवर्स अनदर बस अराइज. जो दूसरी बस आई है उसमें भी इन्फिनाइट पैसेंजर्स हैं. पहली बस में इन्फिनाइट पैसेंजर्स थे, वो इन्फिनाइट रूम्स में बैठ चुके हैं. दूसरी बस में और इन्फिनाइट पैसेंजर्स आ गए. अब क्या वो होटल मैनेजर इनको भी रूम दे सकता है? इज दैट पॉसिबल एनी हाउ? लेट्स ट्राई टू अंडरस्टैंड दैट कंसेप्ट. देखिए ऐसा हो सकता है, जो होटल मैनेजर है वो इन्फिनाइट लोग जो पहले आ चुके हैं उनसे बोले अपने रूम नंबर को इंटू 2 करके नए रूम में चले जाओ. सो द पर्सन रिजाइडिंग इन रूम 1 गोज टू रूम नंबर 2, द पर्सन रिजाइडिंग इन रूम नंबर 2 गोज टू रूम नंबर 4, द पर्सन रिजाइडिंग इन रूम 3 गोज टू रूम नंबर 6, 4 goes to 8, 5 goes to 10 and so on. तो इस तरीके से all the even numbers are now occupied and the odd numbers are vacant. So जो second bus आई है of infinite passengers, now these infinite passengers can occupy the odd number of rooms since they are also going to be infinity. तो हमने ऑब्जर्व किया एक बस आई infinite passengers की, दूसरी बस आई infinite passengers की, and these two infinities were able to fit in one hotel consisting of infinite rooms. So now this is a mind-boggling concept and quite interesting as well. Infinite plus infinite was equal to infinity. So now we are going to discuss if more than one infinities are equal or if infinities are not equal, or can we say that two infinities are equal or the sum of two infinities is equal to infinity. There will be various concepts covered when the series starts. After that we are going to cover the basic concept which is not quite clear among the students, that if I say x square is equal to 16, then I write x is plus or minus 4. Because I can put plus 4 ka square is 16, minus 4 ka square is 16. But on the other hand, if I just say that x equals to root 25, then x can only take the value of 5. X can only take the value of 5. अब ऐसा क्यों है? There is an international convention about taking square roots of a number, which we'll discuss after the series starts. Now let's have a look at the next slide, where we are going to talk about how the inequalities change over time. उसके बाद we are going to talk about if the inequality with a number whose sign is not known, can we multiply the two sides? Let's say I want to say 3 is greater than 2. अब क्या मैं x को दोनों साइड मल्टीप्लाई कर सकता हूँ कि 3x is greater than 2x? I hope you know the answer is no. But if I say that 3 is equal to 3, now I can multiply the two sides with x and say 3x equals 2x. But if there is inequality and someone says 10 is greater than 9, then we cannot say that 10x is greater than 9x, because there is a possibility that the value of x may either be 0 or negative. We are going to discuss about that, and followed by some questions such as x square minus 9. Now we are going to discuss the zero product law. That is an integral part of mathematics which helps us to identify the values of x for which this condition will be satisfied. For all those who have covered the first few chapters, they know what is x In this case, it will be called the domain of the function. Followed by this, we are going to solve other questions based on a similar concept. We are going to learn something new from every question. After ending this, we are going to move on to a modulus inequality. Okay, now modulus is another interesting concept. If I enter 5, I get 5. If I enter minus 5, I get 5. Now that is a tricky part because we are also going to discuss the graph, how the modulus operator looks on the coordinate plane, how the modulus operator changes its output when the input varies, how we can say that the values are going to be positive or negative depending upon the value of x. Followed by this, we are going to talk about certain numericals based on the concept of modulus, and we are going to cover square root inequalities as well. In the end, we are going to talk about questions comprising of everything altogether, and then we'll end the chapter, followed by the remaining concepts of mathematics in such a manner that you are able to cover most of the syllabus before your examination. Thank you.